Thank you for being here today, and we are excited to share this with you in kind of a different format. We know a lot of you are probably thinking ahead to the fall and thinking about where you might have your students in school. And we like to use technology here, and we know that a lot of families, it's tough for them to get to the school during the day for a tour or a visit. So we thought this would be a good format to try doing a webinar, and we're going to record this as well so we can make it available as a video. So the idea tonight is we want to kind of give you a thumbnail sketch of the school and talk to you about just, again, 5 reasons. There's many, but 5 things that we think really stand out that we hear a lot from our parents about why they really believe Providence is a special place. We are a Christian school, just to get a couple of basic things right off the top here. We are private, we're independent, and we emphasize excellence in everything that we do, in every facet of a child's education. We ask these questions. We say, is it possible to have excellent academics, excellent extracurriculars, excellent spiritual education? Is it possible to have all of that at the same time? And we would say, yes, we believe you can. And we call this our no compromises approach to education. So we don't want you, and we don't want to settle here for anything other than the best for your student. And that's why we design our programs and our curriculum to produce the best and the brightest students possible. And we call them champions. And so you're going to hear probably tonight, and when you come visit our school, you're going to hear us talk about building champions. That's what we say, and we really believe that, because if you get a chance ever to go to our 8th grade graduation and see the kids that are products of this place, they stand out. They present well. They're very, very impressive young men and women. So my name is Brad Hill, just by way of introduction, and I'm a parent at the school. I have 2 daughters at Providence Academy. We love it, and I'm also able to serve on the board of directors and a few other places too. So really love the school and excited to share this with you tonight. We're also very excited to have Dr. Marie Miller, our head of school, with us. She's actually going to do the heavy lifting tonight for the presentation and talk you through some of these 5 top reasons that we have for the school. So we're your hosts tonight, if you will, and also just getting some other things out of the way. If you're not familiar with where we are, we're in the heart of Leesburg. Providence Academy is on Lee Avenue, basically right off of Davis, Route 15, Route 7, near Loudoun County High School, if you know where that is. We serve families, though, from all over. We have students coming from Ashburn, Leesburg, Lansdowne, Hamilton, Purcellville, Middleburg, and all areas and places in between. So we have a great family of students. You'll hear more about that during this session. We are a full day. We serve students K through 8, and our enrollment currently is hovering around 185. We tend to kind of fluctuate a little bit up and down as the year goes on, but that's a pretty good rule of thumb for at least where we are this year. It looks promising that next year we'll actually have more, and hopefully your family will be part of that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it over to Marie and have Dr. Miller walk us through 5 things that really make Providence a special place. So Marie, you want to take it away?
I will. Thank you so much, Brad. And I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for joining us and for learning more about our excellent school. There are so many things that make Providence Academy special. It's really hard to choose the top 5, but we tried to do that for you, and we think and hope that we've addressed the issues that would be most significant for you. But if we haven't, that's why we're here. We will answer any questions you have and share any and all information about our school. But the number 1 reason why our school is so special is the small class sizes. We believe big things happen in small classes, and we also believe that big things can only happen in small classes. Because of our student-teacher ratio, we're able to really give each student the individualized attention that they need. Our classes are usually between 13 and 15 students. We understand that every single student is a unique gift from God, created uniquely with certain talents and gifts. The small class sizes allow teachers to differentiate the way in which they treat each child, teach each child, and help each child grow. And our results in reading, mathematics, science, and history are all well above the national averages for public and other private schools. Our teachers are excellent. We select them very carefully, and all of them are degreed, all of them are experienced, and they all have a passion for teaching to the whole child, the whole unique child. And that's just one reason, but it's an important reason because it allows everything else to happen so well. And our second reason is that we have a very hands-on, active learning community. Our students get to participate in so many different activities, and they get to learn in so many different ways. And what you're looking at now is a picture of a first grade student who learned about the body, anatomy, and how do our lungs work, and how does our system work, and how does oxygen get into the lungs. And this is just one small example of the many ways in which our students are learning big, important ideas and issues, even in a very, very young age. We don't believe in burying kids in worksheets and making them sit and just write all day. Writing is important, it's critical, but what's also critical is the child being excited about learning and using everything that they have to experience learning at its best. Our curriculum exceeds state and national standards for science and mathematics in all grades. And it's not just me who's saying that, or Brad, who's a parent at the school, but when we went through accreditation this year, the independent evaluators who visited our school and spent 3 days there, who visited every single classroom and interviewed over 60 people, parents, teachers, board members, and students, found that we far exceeded the average for an active learning environment of all of the accredited schools. So, for example, the average accredited school score on active learning environments is 2.95. Providence Academy scored 3.62 in this very important category. And as a matter of fact, if you saw our ad in the Leesburg today, we scored higher than the average accredited school in every single category in which we were evaluated. As a matter of fact, we had no required actions as a result of that accreditation. So there's nothing that needs to change at Providence Academy in order for us to continue to do an excellent job with our students. And this kind of environment is the one that really helps students grow. And that's what we're here for. We want to help students grow, and we know that they're gifted in so many different ways. So obviously we have core subjects, we have special subjects. Our core subjects are like the public schools and all private schools: mathematics, language arts, history, and science. But in addition to that, Bible is a core subject. So if your child attends school at Providence Academy, your child will learn about the Bible. And your child will learn Bible verses and how to incorporate the Bible into their day-to-day actions. They'll have 5 special subjects, so they will take classes in art, and they will take classes in music, technology, physical education, and foreign language. In addition to that, students have electives that they can take once they get into our middle school, which we call the upper school. So they could take classes in drama, for example, or student leadership. They could study certain instruments and actually perform in a praise band. All of the students get to choose from numerous extracurricular activities, after-school activities, during school activities. We have a chess club, for example. We have a coding class where kids are learning how to code. There are field trips in all grades, and they take numerous field trips during the year, and the field trips are relevant. They're field trips that pertain to our very high learning standards and help kids learn in ways that are unique and special and fun. Our upper school students go on a 3-day-long retreat with their teachers and their coaches and parents, and they spend time learning about each other, bonding with each other, and learning about their place in the world and drawing closer to God. The third reason why we're so special is because we have a full day kindergarten program, so it's not only 1st through 8th grade, but kindergarten is also full day. And we have before and after care for our parents who are working parents or who may just need some before or after care for their students. But what's really special about our before and after care is that we have teachers who are full-time teachers who are caring for our students in before and after care. So your child will not be left with someone who doesn't know them and doesn't care about them or who isn't a trained professional. Here are some of our kindergartners featured, and we have an entire video showing you a day in the life of our kindergarten program. And when our kindergartners graduate, they're already well ahead of many first graders. The foundations that our teachers set is so transformative for these kids for the rest of their academic career. Brad is going to put the link to some of these videos in the chat window for you so that you can actually link over to these videos. You need to watch them to see these kids in action and to just hear them describe in their own words what their experience is like day to day at Providence Academy.
Yeah, I got the link in the chat. Sorry, Maria, I got the link in the chat. It's just providenceacademyva.org/kindergarten. In case you guys didn't see that, and yeah, you gotta see some of these videos, even if you don't have a kindergartner. The ones that called in their own words, they will make you smile for sure.
Oh yeah, they're hysterical, and they're just so incredibly precious. Also, if you look at the next slide, our students really perform in an outstanding way in the most important areas of learning. And two of the most important areas, obviously, are reading and mathematics. Reading because it lays a foundation for learning in every single subject. And mathematics because it lays a foundation for learning, for problem solving, for critical thinking, because many have said mathematics is the grammar of science. And when you talk about STEM and learning about science, technology, engineering, mathematics really starts as early as kindergarten. What you're seeing here is we don't have standards of learning like in the Virginia public schools because those are minimum standards. We actually hold our students to much higher standards in all of the core subject areas. But our students do take annual assessments so that we can demonstrate for their parents how our students are performing in these critical areas. Last year on the annual assessments, every single grade level from kindergarten through 8th grade scored above the average private school student in reading. And that's the slide that you're looking at right there. And that's significant because this is our students, the blue line, compared to other private school students, the pink line. And what's so important about that as well is a lot of the private schools that our students are being compared to will charge 2.5 times the tuition that we charge at Providence Academy, yet look at how outstanding our students are performing. And that's just in reading. The next slide is going to show you our scores in mathematics. And again, Providence Academy is depicted with the blue line over the average private school scores in mathematics, which is the pink line, and you'll see in every single grade from kindergarten through 8th grade, Providence Academy is outscoring the average class in private schools who took this assessment. And so it is excellence in all things when we talk about excellence in all things. The fourth reason why Providence Academy is so special is because of its athletics program and its physical education program. Every single student has physical education every single week. And there you see a picture of our excellent coach and PE and health teacher, Mr. Stabby. And our students get a variety of opportunities to do so many things in PE. And if they choose to participate in competitive athletics, where we have them compete against other schools. The kids are so excited about our athletics program because Mr. Stabby and the other coaches at the school who work with the kids are really interested in emphasizing things like teamwork, positive values, excellence in sportsmanship. Every aspect of the program is about kids doing their best with what they have to share. And some of those athletics programs include basketball. The next slide is going to show you a picture of our winning basketball team this year. And they just had an outstanding season. And you see Coaches Stavi and Coach Highland, who worked with these students and just did a phenomenal job. We competed against multiple private schools, and we were just a powerhouse. In addition to basketball, the next slide is going to show you our cross-country team, again led by teachers who are runners, and many students who participated, and many students who did extremely well competing against other schools and having just really incredible times. Competitive sports teams give kids the opportunity to build discipline, teamwork, to be fit and to be healthy, and really just to have a lot of fun. We have a flag football team. We have an ultimate frisbee team. We have a girls soccer team. And we're adding new teams all the time. We also have a new chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, where we are showing the students how to combine being athletic and competitive and physical with being the best Christians that they can be. And it's just been a phenomenal program for our students. The fifth reason why Providence Academy is so special is because of all of the extracurricular activities and opportunities that the students have to grow. We have brownies, we have coding classes, we have a 3D printer class, we have chess club. We have so many different ways in which kids can be involved in the school, but also ways in which the kids can be involved outside of the school. So, for example, 6 of our students this year were welcomed into the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth. And that is an opportunity for students who are exceptional in either reading or mathematics or both to participate in online or in-person learning opportunities with other students who are gifted learners. And here's 4 out of the 6 children who were accepted into that program pictured here. Additionally, our students participate in spelling bees. We sent a student to the regional spelling bee this year. Geography bees, we sent a student to the regional geography bee. Math Olympiad, we had many students score highly enough to get special recognition in the Math Olympiad competition, which has over 100,000 students participating nationally and internationally, solving some of the most complicated math problems, and our students did exceptionally well. And our students are encouraged to do these things, anything that interests them, and many of our students take advantage of something called Kids with a Purpose, because we think that even at a very young age, students can be engaged in helping others and sharing with others. And Kids with a Purpose is a group of students that meets every week, and they actually do community service projects where they go into the community and they share with others in the community. And here's a picture of kids sharing Mother's Day cards with seniors in a local nursing home. And they also bring food to Loudoun Interfaith Relief, and they do so many other things for so many different people in our community. And not only is it within the school, with other schools, within the broader community, but this year we also adopted a school. And that's something that was so special for our students, because they got to see how they could have an effect on other students in another part of the world. And it also allowed them to communicate with these students via being pen pals, to Skype with them. And most importantly for our students, they were able to learn what it is like for those students to actually try to get an education, how hard it is. And they raised money and raised funds to donate and to support this school in Uganda. And the students set a goal of raising $4,000 this year, and we more than doubled reaching that goal to share with this other group of students in Uganda. So we're just so proud of the ways in which our students have not only served themselves, but have served God so broadly in our community. So those are only 5 ways, but there are so many ways in which our school is extremely special.
Thanks, Marie. I mean, you can tell we're excited and we're passionate about what's happening here at Providence Academy. A lot of the folks here, especially the new families, remark on something that feels like old hat to those of us that have been here a few years. But we hear a lot this comment that Providence Academy feels like a family. And one thing that people really talk about is, the parents are so involved here. I always see parents in the halls of the school, volunteering, helping out on field trips, lunchroom. Uh, Marie mentioned earlier, there's a lot of other places where parents are involved. And actually, this school runs on volunteers, and we have a huge army of passionate folks who really make Providence the warm, friendly place that it is. Our board of directors, of which I'm a part, I told you, is primarily made up of parents. And so we have a strong participation for those who have a vested interest in making the school a great place. That includes things like fundraising. Our Parent-Teacher Association, our PTA, is very vibrant part of the school and really supports everything going on with our teachers, our programs, and that Uganda school project that you just heard Marie talk about is actually an initiative of our PTA, and several of the moms in the PTA will be going to visit that school this summer on a special trip to Uganda. So we're strengthening those ties as we go, and that's part of our spiritual and community outreach that we have. One of the things that we make a real strong hallmark to is we really try to encourage transparency, kind of a sense of openness and accountability, because we want our culture at the school to be healthy. We want to be God honoring. So we have a tight family here. We would love, as the slide says, we'd love to have your family come check out more about Providence Academy and consider joining the Providence family. And the best way to do that is to come and see it for yourself. Now that you've had a little bit of a taste through this presentation, we would love to welcome you anytime for a visit. Come take a tour. It's a great way to see the kids in action, the classrooms, get a chance to be a fly on the wall and hear the teachers, and really get a visual on what it would be like for your child, your student to be here. School is in session through June 16th, so if you have a chance to make it before then, you'll get a really good experience just because we'll be in session and you'll see the classes. But we're here all summer, so you can come visit us and get a private tour and get all your questions answered. And if you do have questions, we'll welcome them tonight, or you can contact us anytime. And Dr. Miller, one thing you'll find out about her, she's very open and very accessible. So you can call, you can send an email. We want to hear from you. We'd love to hear your feedback and your questions, and find out what you're really considering in your family. We have an excellent program, as you've seen. We're big enough to have the resources and the outlet for your student to thrive, but we're small enough so we can really customize and differentiate things that are going to work well for your family. So again, folks, we appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day to learn more about Providence, and we're thrilled to have you here, and we look forward to welcoming many of you at the school very soon. Thanks very much, and have a great evening.